Ricky Harris's funeral. Let me tell you something. Can I? No, don't stop now. Keep going. Yeah. I'm not trying to do something that everybody else trying to do anyway. You done with the jokes? Stop playing. Stop. Ricky Harris's funeral. This is Chris Spencer, and this is Chris's 2 cents. Okay. January 3rd, 2017. I know the date because it was the day after my birthday. We lost a great one. Ricky Harris, funny. You see him in Dope, Bones, and you know him, of course, as one of the second or third host. I think he was third after Joe of Def Comedy Jam. This dude was funny on stage and off stage, right? Hell of an actor. Did stuff like Everybody Hates Chris, the movie Heat. He did stuff that comedians usually don't get, like dramatic roles. Anyway, he dies. There's a funeral in Long Beach. This man was loved like I've never seen a comedian that wasn't like Richard Pryor uh, loved. The outpour of people in Long Beach, everybody you can think of in Long Beach was there. I mean, the church was packed with family, friends, and family friends that were Crips. I've never seen this many gangbangers in a row. I've never seen this many Crips in one sitting. There was so much blue in the church. You would have thought that the ocean had spilled into the church. It was Crips everywhere. Oh, geez, not OGs, old G's. Okay, I'm talking gray dookie braids. Women with gray jerry curls. I'm talking about the overflow room had at least 52 wheelchairs in there, and not one person in the wheelchair was there from a snowboard or a ski accident. So you have an idea what kind of people I'm talking about. We talking OG gangster rips. Right. One lady, I know she was a straight OG because I looked over and she had her Bible. And I was like, look at this sweet old lady. And I looked closer. She had crossed out all the B's in the Bible and replaced it with C's. She was reading the Holy Cycle. Okay. So I get past the overflow room. I get into the church. It's star-studded, right? You see Snoop Dogg and Boss Lady. You see John Singleton, rest in peace. You see Flex and Shanice. You see Lunel. You see Sherry Shepard, Alex Thomas, the Tory brothers, Louis Dix. So many comedians. J. Anthony Brown, Royale Watkins. You see my boy Battle Cat. You see Warren G. It's crazy. Kim Whitley. And everybody came out because everybody loved Ricky Harris. And everybody who spoke, all the speeches were magnificent. The daughter spoke so eloquent, so refined. But all the comedians that went up there felt like they were auditioning for Snoop and John Singleton. Everybody was trying to kill Scruncho, who has a one-man show that I'm helping to produce. Yeah, I got the impetus to help him produce it because he did all 45 minutes at Ricky Harris's funeral. It was incredible. Everybody was killing. Every singer was trying to get signed. I think these girls were thinking that Snoop was going to start doing gospel for Death Row. It was incredible. It was a concert. And then the minister, who did not want to be outdone, I had never seen this before. He was talking, and then, he would talk to Snoop and John Singleton. Everything was addressed to them and Shanice, because Shanice, of course, is an incredible singer. And I was like, why does he keep looking at them and saying their names? But what made it funny is, I hope I don't go to hell for this. The minister didn't have a list, but his dentures, no, whatever, his work wasn't finished yet. So there was an air going through his teeth. So his S's sounded like that. So he was like, yo, glory be to God. And look who Ricky Harris has brought out. We have Snoop and Boss Lady. John Singleton Flex, Shanice, I love you, girl. I love you so much. I love your smile. That's what I love. And I was like, oh my God, is anybody else? And I see people. Chris Spencer's in the building, and yes, what a glorious day. And then all of a sudden, he broke into song. You know, he tried to talk it like he wasn't really singing the song. Uh, lately, I don't know the exact words to stop. Lately, there's been something that's really got. Lately, there's been something that's really got me down. Mm, mm, mm. I need someone, something to really help my life get, I don't know, go around. Stomp. You hear me, Snoop? Get with me, John Singleton. After the show, we can. Anyway, this goes on, right? And then all of a sudden, um, Snoop had just told everybody, don't cry. We are not here to cry. We are here to celebrate the life of Ricky Harris. Don't cry. But while all this is going on, and it was so beautiful, he started to cry. And this is when I knew he was a real Crip, because I saw a blue tear go down his face. I'm like, oh, okay, he hasn't been lying all this time. So while all this is going on and we're enjoying seeing each other in this celebration of life, some big old OG Crip comes to the front of the church and was like, hey, cuz, you ain't supposed to be in here. And we're like, who's he talking to? And he's pointing at Snoop. I'm talking to you, cuz. Snoop's like, man, get your ass up out of here. And they start going at it. F you, F you. I'm like, is this church? Is this a church? I see Jesus up on the wall. This is a church. It's stained glass window. F you, F you. All of a sudden, Daz Dillinger, Snoop's cousin, comes up and goes, hey, partner, you got to come on out of here. Let's take it outside. F you, bitches. Da, 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 da. And then him and Daz start getting at it, going at it, right? So while they're going at it, I see a shadow coming, an eclipse. I look over, it's Snoop Security, who's standing over dude. Snoop Security must have been 6'12", 280 pounds. This is a behemoth of a man. He's so tall that earlier when I came to the church, I saw him adjust the crucifix on Jesus' head on the wall. He's like, hey, homie, let's go. Grabs dude, get your hands off me. And then they start to swing it. Bam. It is a melee. There's wheelchairs flying everywhere. We got to get out of here, cuz. Where are you at, cuz? Some of these old dudes is trying to get to the fight because they ain't had no fight in a long time, and this is their time to get out. They're having flashbacks. Take me to the front, cuz. Wheelchairs is getting stuck. Come, we got to get you out of here. You got 2 strikes. It was crazy. And then outside, it was even crazier. If you go look at the footage, it's people running, people going to their cars. I'm like, yo, I don't want to leave yet. I want to see some more. So if you're from LA, and I don't know what it is about us. I think we're stupid. Most people run away from violence. Why am I walking towards it? Because I want to see. I haven't seen it in a long time. I moved out of Inglewood in 1983. I ain't seen this shit in a while. And so I'm like this. And then all of a sudden, the comedian comes up to me, Lil G. He's like, Chris, we got to get you up out of here. I said, okay. So I'm walking backwards, and he's walking forward. I go, yo, why are you getting me out and you going in? He goes, don't worry about it. I said, what you mean don't worry about it? He said, don't worry about it. He lifted up his shirt. He had a gun the size of Clint Eastwood in Dirty Harry. The gun was so long, it looked like one of them guns. Hold on. It looks like one of those guns, when you shoot it, it goes bang. That's how long the gun was. I said, okay, I guess I'll leave. This was crazy. I'm sorry you had to go through this. Anybody who was there, but it was quite entertaining, but it was quite scary. Rest in peace, Ricky Harris, or as your pastor would say, Ricky Harris.